Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and I'm going to hit you with some Raiders versus Cardinals grades. The Oakland Raiders, they showed out. They won this game 33-26, but don't let this score fool you. The Raiders were in full control of this entire game. Heck, they were up 26-0. And then the Raiders are like, all right, we should maybe throw off the dogs a little bit, let this Cardinals team get some points put up. Mike Glennon, he was the leader here for the Raiders on offense and passing yards with 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, he doesn't make an appearance, but he at least contributes a little bit to this Raiders offensive grade. So I'm going to be breaking down 9 grades for the Raiders here today on the Raiders Report. And I'm going to start it off with the offense. So the Raiders offense, what grade did they get? I want you guys to continue to comment below because this show is not about me. It's about the entire nation. So A, B, C, D, or F. Raiders offense, they're going to get an A grade from me. The offense, the starting offense, played phenomenal. The first drive is really the main reason why I gave the Raiders an A offense. Like, Derek Carr comes out onto the field. He's 2 of 2 for 40 yards and a touchdown. Josh Jacobs leads the team down the field as well. 4 carries, 21 yards. Tyrell Williams makes a beautiful catch. The Raiders' first-team offense, all they needed was 1 series, and it was absolutely sensational. When you can show up to the field and you can put it together a nice little series like that, like, don't get me wrong, I wanted to see Carr out on the field more. But like that first-team offense, you just scored a touchdown, you get an A grade. But the Raiders' entire offense, they put up 33 points. 250 passing yards, 123 rushing, total yards 373. Actually, though, got outgained by the Cardinals. Most of that, though, was a little bit of garbage time. But on third down, 50% third down, that's actually pretty good, 6 of 12. Derek Carr, though, 2 of 2, 440 yards, and then that touchdown to Ryan Grant, 13 yards out. Like, Derek showed out in this game, and I was impressed by his ability to move that first-team offense down the field. So I'm doing grades here for the preseason Week 2 game versus the Arizona Cardinals. The Raiders, they played well against the Rams, winning that game 14-3. This game, they won as well, 33-26. So the offense, they get an A. Let's talk about the Raiders' defense now. What do you guys think? A, B, C, D, F? Throw it in the comment section. If any of you type F, D, C, or B in the comment section, guess what? You can go time yourself because the Raiders defense gets an A. We're here. It's Oprah. Everyone gets an A. You get an A. You get an A. The defense, again, the Raiders' starting defense held this Cardinals team to 0 points. It was 26-0 like that. So even though they allowed 26 points in total, the passing yards 259. They allowed 115 rushing yards, total yards in general, 1 yard more with the Raiders gain. But the Cardinals on third downs were 2 of 12. If you want to talk about taking a step forward for that defense, it's holding the Cardinals offense to 2 and 12 on third down. Also, the main reason why I gave this team an A, because when I did my what I'm watching for, it's how this Raiders defense stacks up against this guy, Kyler Murray, who won the Heisman this past year, the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft. We talked a lot about Kyler Murray on the Raiders Report. When you can hold Murray to 3 of 8 for 12 yards, considering the fact that last week against the Chargers, he was 6 of 7 for 44 yards. Good job, Raiders. Good job, Paul Gunther, because you all showed up and gave Kyler Murray all sorts of pressure. Kyler did not know what to do with all the pressure that he was getting the entire night. Now, offense A, defense A. Let's talk about the special teams now. Do they get an A, B, C, D, or F? Let me know in the comment section. You ready for my grade? 3, 2, 1, bang. I'm giving it a B. The reason why I'm giving them a B, Daniel Carlson, he came on, looked solid, very, very happy where he's at. A.J. Cole, also I thought punted pretty well. There were some bad penalties though, okay? There were some bad penalties, and there was also a few punts that I wish A.J. Cole would have been able to pin the Cardinals team inside the 20. But instead, there were some costly touchbacks. Also, the returners for the Raiders tonight, they did not really impress me all too much. So, for me, when I really thought about it, did they play bad? No. But if I'm going to give the offense an A and the defense an A, I don't really think the special teams deserved an A as well. So Carlson continues to look solid. A.J. Cole, again, is a big reason why I think these Marquette King hush rumors have kind of gone away. And also I think it's a big reason why we already have gotten rid of Johnny Townsend. Also, Dwayne Harris, Jalen Richard, sure, those are our main kick returner and punt returners. But we didn't really get to see too much action from those guys. So my grade's more based off Carlson and A.J. Cole. So the Raiders offense, y'all get an A. The Raiders defense, y'all get an A. Special teams, you guys get a B, but this show not about me. Make sure you guys let me know in the comment section what you're giving the Raiders offense, what you're giving the Raiders defense, and what you're giving the Raiders special teams, because I'm giving the offense an A, defense an A, special teams a B. If you're not already a subscriber, make sure you guys do. You see that link below, youtube.com/Raiders Report, the #1 Raiders channel here on YouTube. Before the show here, when I was live for Raiders vs. Cardinals, I drank 7 beers because that's what y'all wanted me to do. So I appreciate y'all for coming along for the ride here on the Raiders Report. Take that link, youtube.com/Raiders Report. Send it to all your friends because I'm trying to get to 21K by midnight. And oh wait, it's already midnight. We didn't get to 21K. So I need you guys to get me to 21K by the time I wake up in the morning. Right now we're at 20,746. If I'm not at 21K by the time I wake up in the morning, so I'm going to say like 8 hours from now, by the time this video comes out on August 16th at 7 a.m. Central Time, we need to be at 21K. Can you do that for me? I'm hoping so. Let's keep the grades rolling here on the Raiders Report. Derek Carr. I mean, do I even really need to tease this one? Come on, it's an A. I mean, Derek gets an A. He was 2 of 2 for 40 yards and a touchdown. When Derek Carr steps on the field, I was like, I'm kind of hoping for like 2 series, maybe 3 series. John Gruden kind of alluded to it before this game that Carr's going to get some playing time. But when you go out on the field and you execute the offense, and sure, you only threw 2 passes, but like between you and I mean, come on. 100% completion percentage, that's pretty freaking good. 40 yards on 2 passes, yeah, that's pretty freaking good. And you get the touchdown. I mean, Derek executed this offensive drive perfectly. Sure, Josh Jacobs had 4 carries and might have done more work, and there was a 15-yard penalty. But Derek, like, changed the play multiple times. He told Josh Jacobs to go on a different side to pick up a blitz. I mean, from you and I, Derek Carr, you got a touchdown, 100% completion percentage. Guess what? That's pretty good. I'm giving it an A. So I want to know from you guys, grade Derek Carr's performance. A, B, C, D, or F. I really should have just put this as A and B because I don't really think there's another way you could give Derek any other grade besides an A or a B. Maybe you want to be critical on certain plays, but I mean, I should see a whole bunch of A's in the comment section below if you're watching on YouTube and if you're watching on Facebook. So we finally got to see Josh Jacobs, so let's talk a little bit about Josh Jacobs. We haven't seen him on Hard Knocks. He tweeted out that he is literally staying away from Hard Knocks. And I said the one thing that I want to watch for is Josh Jacobs and how he does in this offense. Now, I try to be critical. I really, really do. But I'm going to give Josh Jacobs an A. He looked great, man. Like, he looked absolutely sensational, making tough cutback runs, even on runs that, like, where there was nothing there. He at least was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. But like his first 3 runs of the game, 6 yards, 8 yards, 6 yards. He looked explosive. It was fun to watch Josh Jacobs and this offense be able to work. Plus for me, he was able to run out of the I formation. He was able to run out of single back. He was able to run out of shotgun. That's what this Raiders team needs. When Josh Jacobs comes out on the field, there can't be any indication of how the Raiders offense is going to move. So the 4 carries for 21 yards and the fact that the first team offense was able to end in a touchdown, that's why I'm giving Derek Carr an A. It's why I'm giving Josh Jacobs an A. And guess what? The next player who I'm going to talk about, a wide receiver, Tyrell Williams, I'm also going to give him an A. So we're not talking about batteries here. We're talking about triple A's, okay? Like, you guys are you might get mad at me for giving all the players A's. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of other players who played a lot more than Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, and Tyrell Williams. But if this Raiders team wants to make the playoffs, if we want to make that jump as a top team in the AFC, these are three players that are very, very critical of our production. So the fact that Derek Carr was able to find Tyrell Williams on this beautiful back shoulder pass for 27 yards was great. Plus, what I really respect about Tyrell Williams was he was able to go up, get the ball, and then the dude took a lick to the head. He took a hard shot to the head where he got an extra 15 yards. Tyrell Williams is a player who's going to be able to stretch this field. He's a reason why Mike Mayock went out and got Tyrell Williams was for Derek Carr, was to open up things for this offense. And the fact that Tyrell was able to hold on to that football and take that sharp hit to the head, which then was an extra 15 yards, was a big reason why Derek Carr had that touchdown pass to Ryan Grant. So Derek Carr gets an A. Josh Jacobs gets an A. Tyrell Williams gets an A. You know who else gets an A? MyBookie, for hooking us up with this dope deal that I want you guys to get on. Okay, if you watched my live stream, Raiders vs. Cardinals, you would have saw James, our boss, here at Chat Sports say, hey, anybody who does this right now, chatsports.com/Raiders, and goes and deposits $50 at MyBookie and use my promo code GoRaiders, you can get any Raiders jersey that you want. If you want any Raiders jersey that you possibly want, Derek Carr, Tyrell Williams, Josh Jacobs, go to MyBookie, chatsports.com/Raiders. Use my promo code GoRaiders, and then show me a screenshot at IG or on Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. Let's get some jerseys on y'all's back. Okay, let's now talk about some more grades here rolling in here. The next guy I want to talk about is Arden Key. Arden Key looked sensational in Week 1 versus the Rams, and he also looked very, very good this week against the Cardinals. I'm going to give Arden Key a B grade. So there was a few plays where I was like, okay, Arden, you look stellar. There's a few other plays where I was like, I feel like you could have done a little bit more. I mean, a B grade, he had a good game, okay? Like, Arden Key played very, very well, and I'm honestly just nitpicking because I was told that I can't give everybody an A. Because really, when I did these grades, I was like, the main players that I'm talking about, the Raiders were ahead 26-0 and dominated the entire game. Arden Key is still showing that motor, and he's still showing me that upside, okay? I understand he's behind Cleveland Furrow on the depth chart. But the Raiders came out and said that they want to put Arden Key on more like of a NASCAR-type package where he can just get after the quarterback. So I'm giving Arden Key a solid B grade. Now let's talk about one of our top players here on the defensive side of the football. It's Lamarcus Joyner. Lamarcus Joyner is a Swiss Army knife on defense, and he showed that tonight. The ability where he can step back in pass coverage, but he also showed, as I choke up, that he can get after the quarterback, and it's why I'm giving him an A grade. Lamarcus Joyner literally put 2 points on the board. He literally blitzes Kyler Murray on his blind side and makes Kyler go, oh shit. And then Arden Key taps him down for the safety. Lamarcus Joyner can do so many different things for this defense, and it excites me. It excites me because a solid player like Joyner, who can play out of nickel, who can play out of your corner, who can play back at safety, when he's also then able to blitz and put a lot of pressure on a very mobile quarterback in Kyler Murray, it excites me, and that's why I gave him an A overall. So, the Raiders, they played great tonight on defense. But here's a tough question I want to give you guys. Name a player that needs to step up. Name a player on the Raiders that you want to see play better. So I want you to comment below. I know it's a tough question because the Raiders, they've played great the first preseason game, and they've played great in the second preseason game. But here's the thing. Name a player that needs to step up and play a little bit better. So comment below on YouTube and comment below on Facebook. Now, I love everyone who watches my show. I appreciate everyone. So let's get the Raiders report to 22K by August 20th. For those of you that don't know what's on August 20th, it's Hard Knocks Episode 3. So Episode 2 for Hard Knocks was great. Actually, the second greatest, most viewed video ever for Hard Knocks. The number one video was when Chad Johnson got cut by the Miami Dolphins back in 2012. I want to have the Raiders report getting Hard Knocks the most views ever. So currently I'm at 20,746 subscribers. Let's get the Raiders report to 22K by August 20th. Can you do that for me? Let me know in the comment section. I'm definitely hoping that you guys can get there. And also, who wants to hang out with me Monday Night Football against the Broncos? I know y'all do. So this is what I need you to do. Go to theblackhole.com/kickoff. I'm actually going to be emceeing. I'm going to be in Oakland for the best kickoff party y'all have ever been to. You want to meet some Raiders players? You want to hang out with me? It's at the Radisson Hotel in Oakland, okay? So go to theblackhole.com/kickoff. When you go there, grab your tickets. Let me know. I'm going to be able to hook you guys up with some discounts. If you want to go to the Monday Night Football game, people are talking. I might be able to help you there. Go to theblackhole.com/kickoff. Get your tickets. Let me know, and we can all hang out. So this is what I want you to do. Put this date in your calendar at the Radisson Hotel at the Oakland Airport, okay? Do this for me. Sunday, September 8th, 4 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to have a party from 4 o'clock to midnight. We're going to be drinking beers. We're going to be having a good time, raging. And then the very next night, we're going to watch the Raiders absolutely kick some ass against the Denver Broncos. So save this Raiders kickoff party, okay? And if you want to go to the game, if you want to go to the party, I should say that, go to the party, okay? DM me party for the tickets. On Instagram or on Twitter, at Mitchell Renz 365. DM me party for the tickets, and I'm going to be able to send you the link. I've been told by some important people that I might be able to even get you a free ticket. So, DM me party for tickets to that event. If you want to hang out with me, and if you also want to hang out with me at the Monday Night Football game, okay? DM me party for tickets. Let me know in the comments section where you guys are watching the show from. Let me know what city you're from. Let me know your area code, because once I can figure out where you guys are watching from, then I can figure out the logistics and how to get you guys to this party, because I'm telling you right now, you're not going to want to miss it. There's some big-name Raiders players there, and I can't wait to see the entire nation repping us at this party. All right, let's keep the grades rolling here. The last guy I want to grade is Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall, as I gave Key a B, gave Joyner an A, I'm going to give Brandon Marshall a B as well. So Brandon Marshall, I thought, played pretty well, okay? I think when you look at the stats, he was able to light up the stat sheet. Able to get after the quarterback. So it's funny because Marshall didn't have a sack last year, and he had a sack in this game, right? But I think this is one of those years where Brandon's really going to try to prove himself that he's a dominant linebacker, not just on the Raiders, but in the NFL, right? So back in 2017, the dude had over 100 tackles. But this entire Raiders linebacking core, I'm starting to get excited about. Whitehead is almost a lock for 100 tackles. 3 straight years over 100 tackles. He's averaged 128 tackles the last 3 years. Vontaze Burfict, who I expect to be a captain, and then Brandon Marshall. If these 3 guys continue to play well and can continue to step up, this Raiders defense could be indeed a top 10 defense. So I want you guys to grade the Raiders' performance versus the Cardinals tonight. It was a great game. Like, the Raiders won 33-26, but realistically, when the Raiders had their legit players out there against the Cardinals' legit players, it was 26-0. Like that. So I want you to grade the Raiders' performance versus the Arizona Cardinals. For me, it's an A grade. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to pick apart it. When the Raiders can go out there, put up 26 points, sure, the Cardinals are not a great team, but when you can put up 26 points relatively easily and then pitch a shutout, that's an A grade for me. So I want you guys to do who are watching the show. Subscribe if you're not already. Click that big red button. Turn on the notifications so you know exactly when I go live, and grade the Raiders' performance versus the Cardinals. A, B, C, D, or F. If anybody puts anything else besides an A, you can go time yourself. All right, guys, I'm heading out. Much love. Subscribe, youtube.com/Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this. I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.